You're listening to the Young Picasso podcast.
Welcome to the Young Picasso podcast. I'm your host, Ollie. With me are my lovable band of delinquents, starting with
Brandon. What's good? I'm repainting my nails. What's good? Someone else go.
DK!
This nigga, DK. Yeah, I love this nigga.
Cisco. You still with us?
Nah, that nigga went somewhere else, I guess.
He died, I guess. He went to the shuttle realm. But yeah.
Death to you, nigga. Okay, I'm dead.
Guys, this is gonna be so good for my fucking back.
Oh.
That chair is about to do some wonders for you. Did you hear the excitement in his voice? Oh my goodness.
He said,
I might do
let's
some goonies down
kill
in this bitch.
Oh, shit.
Whoa.
Violence.
I was literally just about to say that too. I was like, you about to be some cheeks in that hoe, aren't you?
I did it in the last one. This one ain't safe.
All right. So the first topic we have for today is the baby situation. How many of you guys know about the baby situation?
I kept seeing
no clue what you're
pop up
talking
on my
about.
timeline, but I don't know what happened.
So
I have no clue.
basically,
I think he didn't claim Dani Leigh as like his baby mama or like his girlfriend or something.
Oh, wasn't he was calling her like his side bitch or something?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, I did see that. Okay, so I do know what you're talking about.
He kicked her out. Basically, what happened is he kicked her out of the apartment, and she did not respond well to that. But yeah, here's the video. Let's get into.
Talking about you need to go. You mean I need to go to a 5-star hotel? Do it. Nobody leaving, and of course escalated. I want to put up a statement talking about, oh, it saddens me that I have a queen to raise. You ain't even been here this whole time that I've had this child. You want? Go ahead. Okay, go ahead, baby. Tell him. Where's this? Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at?
If you hear cuts, it's because they cut out the cursing.
Ups on me.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Whatever.
She's very defiant.
Okay, I'm gonna try to avoid the source
Go
video.
ahead. Ain't nobody need
commentary.
to talk nothing. Go ahead.
You just want to hang out.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, she cussed up a
It's all
storm.
good. It's all good.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That was that video.
Oh, okay. Wasn't too much going on.
Yeah, basically, just fucking pressed. He wanted her out. She's.
I got my personal assistant right here, like, you know, and I ain't want to bring nobody down or none of that shit to lift myself up or clear my name. I'm the type of nigga, like, I take my lick and keep my mouth shut, you know, but with my character, you know, as a father, my integrity as a father get played with, you know. As a man, I got to clear the L. First of all, me and Dani Leigh is not together. Do I act like we together?
No.
Do I make it openly clear that we're not together? Yes. We are not going steady. Have not been, that's not what's going on. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost.
So he's trying to clear his name. He's saying, bro, you can't stay here, but you got to get the fuck out. That's basically his point of view. Then she comes in later on.
She does not live with me. When did she get here to where we at? A week ago. You see what I'm saying? She's here with 2 suitcases. She does not live with me. She was been supposed to go back. Been trying to get her stuff sent here, trying to move in. No. Been made it clear, been looked dead in the eyes, had calm, mature conversations. I ain't know this is not what we doing. You see what I'm saying? Like, what we ain't gonna do is like this. Hey, I care about my kids for real. My kids ain't no marketing schemes. You don't have a baby with me and plans don't go as planned.
His chains are
Go out
annoying
with
as
a
fuck,
bang,
but
that's cool.
other than that,
Be my guest.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
When you get blown all the way up into something like this, like you tripping, you know what I'm saying? I got you almost forcing me to where I gotta, you know what I mean? Where I gotta potentially put your business out there to clear the bullshit that's being thrown out there. Ain't been with me for 3 months, so boom, we'll make this shit quick. We gonna clear the L, we gonna keep it.
okay. And then she's gonna jump in later on and get all pissed off and say he ain't shit.
Anything baby could possibly have, I go get. I set it up at the penthouse down here in the city. But I'm making shit clear. I'm making shit clear. Here you go, that's cool. But I'm making shit clear that I'm making, and it's the thing.
Everybody go ahead, clear
And I'm glad y'all know. Here,
Go ahead, clear those up.
here, come here.
You scared?
And I'm glad, no, I'm not scared. Look, and I'm glad she walked out, so as you can see, nobody was put out. And me calling the police, that's like for my safety, because this what I'm dealing with. Like, this is a real deal, cuckoo. Look, like, this is a real deal. Like, shawty really cuckoo, and she's still here, so nobody was put out.
The woman is crazy.
Nobody was put out. No, this ain't no. We ain't gotta make this a sexist thing.
I forced him to be with me. Okay. Okay, Stephanie. Go ahead.
This ain't nothing new. This just me clearing the air, because she not about to tell us. I can show you. I can show you begging me to stay here. So this not.
Talking about you miss me, come back home, all this stuff.
I
already left your ass.
You can see who cuckoo here and who not.
Because I'm talking.
But this is my thing. This is my thing. They did not make sure they
Okay,
leave. Somebody need to.
I think we've seen enough. How do you? Okay, this is the thing about DABABY.
Yeah.
DABABY is like Future. This is a guy who is known far and wide to have several babies with several women, and he's kind of got this. Yeah, he's kind of got this reputation and all this other stuff. How can you personally, as a grown human being, make that decision and then go, all right, bet, I'm gonna have kids with him? Is he? And on top of that, it's not like he's not paying for the child, because here's the thing, he's not wrong in the sense that, like, if you guys aren't together, you don't have to stay at his house. Yes, he's a father. He's in his rights to see his child, but that doesn't mean that you're directly tied together. It does. He can see visitations or whatever, but that doesn't mean you have to live together. But that's just
to me, you guys just have a common goal because you have this child you both care about.
Yeah,
you know,
who's right and who's wrong in this situation?
And from our perspectives, I guess, or opinions.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely. I mean, granted, you did add a little bit extra context. I mean, she's clearly. This seems like one of those situations where I don't think she thought about the type of person she was getting into a relationship with.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And judging from what he was saying, he was like, I spoke about it candidly in front of her. She confirmed it, said yes to all that. So what that's telling me is he was telling you what he wanted out of the situation, right? This is what women say all the time to communicate. He was telling you what he wanted, but you still wanted something else and stayed. You chose to stay because you wanted something else, even though he told you that's not what you were going to get. And now you're upset that you're not getting the thing he told you he wasn't going to give you in the first place.
Mm.
Why are you upset, bitch? Like, what? She came over and she's talking about, he was saying, oh, how he misses her and all that other stuff, whatever. Okay, maybe even if he said, girl, like, I'm falling for you. If according to her, it's true that, like, she even confirmed, like he was saying, like, when she came over, she was like trying to move her stuff over into his place. Bitch, until we have a conversation saying, yes, please go ahead and move your stuff in here, there's never, nothing else is a sign that says move in other than just someone verbally saying, hey, I would like you to move in.
And that's what we expected.
Like, I don't understand.
I don't hear that. I'm not trying to get into the house with anybody. I don't know how that became a thing.
Period.
And that's the thing. The one thing I will say when it comes to issues like this, it always seems like there's more than what's happening on camera or what we tend to find out. But
sure.
Just gauging by everything that's going on, especially because of how defensive she's being, I genuinely feel
nervous.
like that. Yes, I feel as though that Brandon is right. She was getting into a situation that she didn't fully think of.
Yeah.
And I think when it came to her and the baby, she fully believed that she was going to be able to like stay with him and do all these other things with him and think that
Probably
she was
change him or
just,
some shit.
yeah, like just think that she had like this made life. I don't know what she does.
Maybe she thought she had magic coochie.
She's a singer.
Right, right. But obviously not as popular as like some other singers or even DABABY himself.
Exactly.
So even if she does have her own money, like this is a big issue, and I feel like she could have avoided this. Knowing the baby,
Absolutely.
like knowing how he is, like I listen to a lot of this nigga's music. I actually really like this dude. Like I feel as though at least in some of his more recent showings, he's not as bad as he used to be,
Mhm.
at least in public. But at the same time, we gotta understand like this is a nigga who, if pushed, will do like some very gruesome shit. So
Absolutely.
like you might want to stay clear of that.
Yeah, she clearly didn't do her homework on the person that she was trying to get in a relationship with, and this is a celebrity, so there's no excuse why you couldn't have done your homework.
This nigga killed two niggas in Walmart. Like I don't know why you were trying to
Literally.
sleep with him in the first place. You could have been the next body just because he woke up wrong.
I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I'm sorry. The moment I hear that someone has actually taken someone else's life, I'm the first thing in my head is either things have happened to you in your life that have led you up to that point, or that's always been in there, and you finally just like either had a good enough reason or just finally snapped and let it out. Either way, I don't want to be around that because even if it is a thing where it's like, ah, it just happened, I need to work on it. Cool. You're not gonna work on it around me. The fuck?
That's fair.
The hell I
Because
look
I'm
like?
not trying to be there whenever you have
A
what's
slip
it
up.
called? Yeah.
That I'm not there for when you have those days where you regress back for a little bit. Oh, I had a regression moment. So does that mean is there a dead body in there? Because I will leave. This place can be yours. Like, don't play with
I'm not
me,
checking no closets. This your house. I'm
bitch.
good.
But I'll be like, I only have one question. Is it in the closet where my shit is? No? Then I'm clearing my shit out. That's all I need to know. Cool. As long as it's not near none of my stuff. Like,
But yeah, I do feel like in this
mhm.
she is in the wrong, especially because of everything that's going on. Like regardless of whether y'all together or not, that's the nigga house.
Agreed.
Your name is nowhere on that lease.
You don't have to tell me twice to get me out your place, to be honest with you.
Right. Like as
It's not
far as
mine.
I know,
I'll
you
leave.
don't pay no bills. You
Yeah.
came with 2 suitcases. Already believe that you was just gonna take over the shit. Nah.
Nah. Yeah, nah. Trust me, the moment you tell me to leave once, I'm already gone, homie. That's fine. I don't want to be where I'm
And
not wanted.
I don't like her defense. Like, oh, the woman is always wrong in a situation. Like, nah. Because
Yeah,
had this
see,
been
that's
flipped,
her not
I'm not
willing to
gonna
take
lie.
accountability.
I'm not gonna lie. Had this been flipped, we would have been on the baby's ass.
Oh,
Mhm.
And tell me I'm wrong.
what?
Tell me
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
Yeah,
What?
Everybody.
we would.
Everybody. Completely agree. Completely agree. So
But
yeah,
she's using
from
the
what we're
privilege.
seeing, I think the baby's right. I think she's in the wrong.
But
I will
And I think
say
like
though, before we hop off of this,
mhm.
I appreciate the way he went about this one. I
That's
really
fair.
do. He did not do anything to her until something was brought up with the kids, and even then, when he wanted her to get out, he made it very aware that he wanted her to leave. And he didn't touch her. He didn't do anything. He called the police
Yeah.
and left it alone. Even when she came through and was like touching up on the phone, trying to rile him up, he
Mm-hmm.
still did not do anything. I appreciate
Which
where
yeah, I
he
was gonna say because that takes a lot of willpower. Let me tell you.
right.
What? There's some bitches I definitely wanted to like give a quick right hand to. Trust me. Yeah.
So
Ooh. Okay, what's this next one?
Our next.
I see men as a business. What?
Yes, this is
oh,
Blu
she pimping
Jasmine.
niggas.
Yes, this is Blu Jasmine. She's a
Oh,
notorious thought. She was on Adam 22's No Jumper. So we're gonna react to this. Hold on.
And I think like since 13, I've been getting stuff from men that found me attractive, and I knew I didn't like them, and I wasn't gonna ever.
What'd your mama and daddy think about that?
About what?
About you getting it from grown men, getting phones and shit like that.
I don't know if they. Yeah, no.
They never questioned that shit about who's paying the phone bill. They never raised no type of suspicion to nothing.
I mean, the first time that I got a phone from someone, I think I was like 15. That's when the UPS guy asked me for my number. He used to deliver packages to my grandma's house.
Grown ass.
Everything about
No.
6 months.
Pause
I barely
already.
used that.
Pause already. Pause already. Pause. Oh, fucking
At
ready.
15,
What?
a grown ass nigga. No.
Dude, do you
No,
know how many females I know who've told me this type of stuff? Like, this is the. Do you. Okay, look, I'm not one who's like about the whole generational thing or whatever, but can I just say, I know they exist in our generation too. I'm sure they do, but it's. Can I just say, and we all know, like, and I feel like I shouldn't have to explain this because of like the way things were during their time, you know, when they were our age.
Mm-hmm.
Can we just be real? The generation before us, some of those men are absolutely fucking disgusting, dude.
Yeah.
Yes.
No morals, no
God.
standard.
Damn. Oh. I'm sorry. I just had to, I just had to throw that out there real quick, man, because it's like, you think about this stuff, that's not us. Like, when she was that age, we were probably her age or younger. Like,
but at the same time, here's the thing. I'm not defending those guys at all because they're disgusting. You're an adult.
Absolutely.
You should know better. Like,
absolutely.
shame on you. But at the same time, why is it that
She also wasn't being taught right? I agree.
Yeah, like
I agree.
what's up with that? Like, you always see these things, cases of like young girls going after old ass guys. Just like, the fuck is wrong with you?
I want to know.
Just for their things and their money,
because
too.
she's a girl. Because I don't know about y'all, but when it came to me, especially with my mom, because she's always the one getting packages and stuff, I was taught if there's a package, unless I was told otherwise, let them knock and leave that shit. You do not talk to them.
That's fair.
Unless I am told otherwise that I have to go to the door and sign some shit off, to leave it alone. And I have been doing that ever since.
Yeah,
that is fair.
I never talk to my mailman, or like I get most of my shit from Amazon and shit, and they never make me sign. So, yeah.
Man, all I gotta say is, like, when it comes to her on this one, oh man, like, the men absolutely, once again, yes, but like, it's whatever, man. Just finish playing the video. This shit has already got my jaw dropped.
But when you told your mama and daddy, because I'm sure they saw you with 2 phones.
No, I didn't. They never came up.
It never came up. They never said
Oh,
nothing about you know, my daughter got 2 cell phones. They never just heard a different ring on another phone that they know they just.
This how you get girls?
You've been doing this for a long. You obviously can say that you've been kind of dibble dabbling with it since you was a little kid, right? Since you was young.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what did your mother? Because I know you was talking to your mama and daddy. You was at home with your mama and daddy. Your daddy had 2 crack houses.
I didn't live with my father at that point.
Whoa.
He had 2, but you knew about him. You knew he had 2 crack houses.
What about it?
I'ma say this because you say you came up up, right?
Mm-hmm.
You say it was kind of up how you came up with slow rolling. Okay, well I don't know not one motherfucker. I'm being for real with you. I don't know not one motherfucker that was in the game, in the dope game, especially back in the day, that their kids was hurting. I don't know that. I ain't never saw that. Them niggas was flying.
That's true.
Your daddy was.
Agreed.
Your daddy was selling
Pause it
dope.
real quick.
Agreed.
That is so true.
That is so fucking real.
I'm not gonna lie, and I've never really paid attention to that. But if you really think about it, that is so true. There is nobody
one
that does
thing that they
anything
prioritize.
illegal, right? All of their money literally
Goes straight to their kids,
bro. And that's crazy.
Bro.
That's so true.
That is, like, as much as we like to point at a lot of these people and a lot of these men in these downtrodden states doing these technically, you know, illegal things, which, to be fair, they are sometimes hurting people with the illegal things they do. But you gotta at least give them this. They're doing, like, they're being a good dad, okay? Regardless of the fact, yes, he's not being a good person because he's thieving or doing whatever else, but
Right.
he's being a good dad. You can't,
He's still trying to make sure this kid has food on the table, clothes on their back, all that shit, bro. Like,
like think about it. If a nigga robbed you and ran around the corner, you saw him like buy some dope with it. Yeah, you'll be angry. But if he ran around the corner with that money he just took from you, and all of a sudden you see him feeding his kid with that money, how angry are you gonna be all of a sudden?
Not as mad.
How angry are you gonna be? Yeah, like you'll still be upset, but like it's gonna be like they clearly need it more than I do.
Yeah, and
like
another thing
you know,
before we continue is you know, obviously it's still not a good environment to have a child in, regardless of what they're doing. But it's like a situation of circumstance, you know, because I'm pretty sure if they were given any other opportunity, they wouldn't be doing this shit in front of their kid. They wouldn't. You know,
I feel like most people who are in those situations, obviously, if they could do anything just overnight and change it, I'm sure most of them would, to be honest.
Right, and that's really where I'm going to. Where like, obviously, we know, you know, a lot of the times when there's like a drug dealer or some sort, the child does end up becoming the same way. A lot of the times,
because they're still like damaged as a person, and they download all that shit onto their kids.
Right. Sometimes it ends up working a little bit more in society's favor, where they completely do the opposite and they want nothing to do with drugs.
And it happens.
But at the end of the day, a lot of the times when it comes to a drug dealer or anyone who's selling anything of paraphernalia or anything illegal, and a child is involved, their own child is involved, they are trying to make ends meet at the best that they can. There are scum out there that don't give a damn. There are.
Absolutely.
But we cannot ignore that there is a vast majority that is just like, I want my kid to be starving tonight.
Because they're like, look, because they understand what that is. Like, the reason why they have to do that shit is because that's the only way that they're likely going to eat that next night or for that next week. So it's like, as much as people can shit on them, yes, they do. Once again, they do hurt people with some things they do, but like at the end of the day, it's for survival.
Yes,
for a good majority. Like some are just disgusting individuals, like you said, but a lot of them are just trying to. Hell, like even myself when I was homeless, shit, I'm not gonna cap. Sometimes I found wallets on the floor, and look, I'm not gonna incriminate myself or nothing in front of y'all niggas. All I'm gonna say is that nigga didn't cancel his debit card quickly enough, and I took some money. Like, don't play with me. I needed money. I needed to eat.
That's just how it is sometimes, you know. And
I wasn't proud, but I took like $150. I was like, yeah.
And I'm still so happy that he said that, like just that little notion, because it's so true.
And I'm glad he said that, because to be honest, I wouldn't have thought of that immediately unless had he not said that.
I wouldn't either. Like it kind of gave me a brainstorm, because it's something that you kind of see, like you know it in the back of your head.
You don't fully acknowledge. You feel me?
Right.
Go ahead, Ali.
Here we go.
Interview, but I also
I caught a kicker. I caught a twist to it. And I heard what I was supposed to.
So by the time I was like 13, I was in foster care, so I was not living with neither of my parents.
Mm-hmm.
So they wasn't around. I was doing whatever I wanted.
How you know what they was doing?
Who was doing?
Your parents.
What you mean?
How you know what your daddy and them was doing if you wasn't around them?
I know what my father went to jail for.
Yeah,
That's
you know what he went to you. Yeah, no, you
but
say
by the
he
time I
on
was 13, he was already out. That was when I was little.
Yeah, but you was 13 already when he came out.
I was grown already.
You was already grown. Okay.
13
is not grown.
13 ain't grown, baby. That still got teen in it. Anything with teen in it, I don't even like to play with. So that's why I was asking you. I was like, okay, you was dealing with these older men, you know what I'm saying, these older niggas or whatever you want to call them. Because see, to me, I call them trigs. So I don't like classifying them as niggas. I hate when you be saying that, like, oh, I want to break a nigga. Shut the shit down, for real.
York, so that's
no, granted.
Slang.
But I'm going to be real with you. I'm black.
I call them Geppettos. That's what I call them.
Geppettos.
Geppetto.
Down and still come up and get into the mixture. I like that shit.
Alpha male out here.
That shit be sloppy, man.
I feel like you've never been with a guy with this kind of delivery, this bravado.
That's not true.
No?
No.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong.
I mean,
if you did, you ain't last long. Not talking like that. I'm just saying you ain't last long. You couldn't have.
I don't know what that
Not
means.
talking like that.
I don't
See,
know what that means.
see, I like that though, because you'll play that shit down and still come up and get into the mixture. I like that shit. See, she play it down. She know when to humble that shit and keep it moving. She know when to turn the switch on and off. She ain't crazy. So I like about it. She ain't crazy. She know.
This is retarded.
No, far from. I just hear some of the shit that you was kicking, and I'm gonna tell you this, baby. For real, to be honest with you, I believe that what you do. Hey, that shit ain't even no hoeing to me, man. You tried to claim that shit. City girls and all that shit. Them bitches was modern day hoes. Them was some real hoes getting to some real bread, man. And even though they gonna fuck up a lot of childhoods, because you know what, they done brainwashed a lot of bitches. Yep. To sit there and believe that, okay, this is what you do. You go break a nigga here. You go do this, do that. No. See, you have to understand something. The type of niggas that you probably deal with that you like to break, see, they money gonna run out. Go get what you a CEO.
I mean, listen.
Go ahead. Go get what you a CEO or something. You ain't talk about going and get with none of them type of people. All you keep trying to talk about is breaking niggas.
The person that was paying my bills, he was a businessman. He owned several spaces in Manhattan, a city, a CEO.
Bitch, what does that mean?
I feel like that's who you're getting whips and apartments out of, right? It's like older. You're not trying to get an apartment out of some like dope boy that's like hanging out in the corner, right?
Boys is still in the club.
But fuck the apartments.
Still in the club, spending 10 bands, 5 bands, 3 bands.
Those are the kind of guys you hang out with because you just like them, right?
What you mean?
Like the cameras and shit. Like you just kind of.
Because 9 times out of 10, the quote unquote fuckboys that you talking about aren't even like, that's not their money. I guarantee it. There's way too many niggas out here that's like scamming and doing fraud and other shit, bro. Like I almost guarantee it that that is not their money.
The amount of niggas. Listen, I know I have a plug that's in Fort Lauderdale that I cop from every now and again if I'm up there. And look, he has a lot of fucking money and a lot of nice shit, but lives in a very shitty apartment. And to be real with you, I know where he gets that money from. I've literally seen when I had to go in there and cop from him one time, I saw the little fake credit card machine thing that he had in there.
Yeah.
He thought I didn't know what that shit was, but I just act like I just act like I didn't see that. Because when I looked at it, he was like, "Nah, not in there." And I was like, "All right." And he was just like, "You ain't see nothing." And I was like, "Nigga, I didn't even know what that was." I knew what the fuck that was. I ain't stupid.
No.
Niggas making fake credit cards.
I genuinely don't know like what she's trying to get at though, but it is clear that everything that the guy is saying is true. This girl is brainwashed. And especially since she's been doing this since a very young age, this is all she knows.
She has no concept of what she's doing.
Yes, and anybody who tries to contradict like her way of thinking. It like bringing a whole new, it's like bringing a whole new reality, like some shit that she just genuinely doesn't understand.
But she's like, how can life doesn't work that way to her? So she's like, this nigga is weird. Why you see life that way? That's weird.
Especially like when you bring it back to how she was like, oh, I'm grown at 13, and she said like around that age. She was already in foster care. She wasn't worried about like anything that had to do with her parents. She wasn't around them. That's essentially like where she got that notion from that she was grown because she didn't have parents or any sort of like care or nurturing or anything.
Her notion of grown is my parents weren't taking care of me, and it's like, no, sweetheart, that's called being abandoned.
Yeah, dude, just because your parents are no longer in the situation does not mean that you're automatically grown.
There are grown-ass adults who still talk to their parents on like a daily to weekly basis. No. There are people who still have their parents in their lives. That's not how that works. Just because you're an adult doesn't mean your parents immediately stop existing and you're like, I'm never going to talk to you or see you ever again now.
It's ridiculous.
Not how this works, sweetie.
It's
kind of weird. Go ahead, Ollie.
Yeah, what's up, Ollie?
To me, it was her self-defense mechanism when she was like, "Oh,
that's fair."
Retarded. Like she deflected.
Yes, definitely.
Like, I don't know if she understands, but like,
it feels like she can kind of catch on a little.
I feel as though what's going on is like when she hears it, it's almost as if she understands the words that's being said, but because of the lifestyle that she's been living for years.
So, yeah, for her, it's kind of like I can't switch now.
Yeah, almost.
Almost.
Like, I feel as though like that's in the back, but the forerunner is just like, nah. What do you mean? That's something else. When I've been doing this for this long.
Right.
Like,
So she probably feels like she probably feels like he doesn't even like understand her when he does.
Right.
She probably doesn't feel understood, even though people do understand her, but they just don't see it from her perspective exactly and don't agree with her. So she's like, "Oh, well, you just don't understand." And it's like agreeing doesn't mean understanding, sweetheart.
I feel as though that when it comes to people like her, like especially if you want to change her way of thinking, it's not going to be on an interview. Obviously, they're just giving this a bit more traction just to, get some views and things. They're not really help her or nothing. They're just asking her questions on her lifestyle and what she's been doing. But I genuinely think like she needs like a sit down, like a one-on-one, and somebody has to like break that shit apart. Like, yo, like what you did wasn't cool.
Facts, straight up.
Not good.
But I feel like it would have to come from someone that she'd actually be willing to listen to.
Yes. It can't be forced upon her. Like she genuinely has to be open
They're
to
willing.
it.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And willing to hear it. Go ahead, Ali.
Do you think she'd ever
10 minutes before I gotta get off?
Okay.
Do you think she'd ever like what do you call it?
Close the window.
Okay. Say again.
Do you think she'd ever like damn, I forgot what I was gonna say now. Let's continue.
Kind of feel their vibe.
No, I don't.
Oh, I remember. Do you think she'd ever change?
Okay.
Do I think she would ever change?
Yeah.
Oh no. I mean, I'll say it's possible, but I don't see it happening anytime soon.
Yes, I will say that. It's definitely a possibility. Yeah, I feel as though it's always a possibility. But if she doesn't act on it, then it's not going to happen.
Oh, yeah,
and I feel like it's only going to be forcefully of a change when she's older and she has to rely on herself and things like that.
That and she can't rely on her looks like that anymore either.
Yeah. So that's something you kind of have to wait and see. But I'm gonna go ahead with yes. I believe she has the capacity to change.
Yeah.
But, is she going to change? I'm not too sure. I'd be a
little hard pressed. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I think like the principle.
I think we tapped the well with this
nigga, and you want that nigga to catch that nigga.
Involved in that breaking, you want the money from the nigga.
It's
You want the money from the nigga.
I think if I'm letting someone touch me sexually, I like them. You get it?
When
it's
you
like,
said
I really
that,
like
but you
them.
said he got to eat your pussy at least 5 times.
That was the game to the girls. I was saying, don't give it up. You know,
Don't
like
give up
don't
the
give
wrong
up
game.
the pussy.
Don't give up the
That's
wrong
not the
game.
wrong game. My point is that don't give up the pussy.
less
If you
is
like
more.
a nigga and you want that nigga to catch that nigga, don't give up the
We
pussy.
talking about getting bread right now.
And
Sorry,
don't
if
give
you
up
let a
the
nigga
pussy.
eat
Why
the
you wanna
box.
catch
Hold
somebody?
on. If you let a nigga eat the box, but you're saying don't give him the box. I understand how people are perceiving it because they're very selfish sometimes and very self-centered and can't see it from the other way. But I don't think that bitch understands. Look, I get it. Yes, if I eat a bitch pussy, I'm gonna want to fuck him. But if you let me eat your box, I'm just gonna I'm not gonna say it doesn't exist. I'm just saying I've never once ate a girl out and not been able to eventually get the box later. Which is like, what are you talking about? Even if not in that exact moment, I've gotten it later. Never once.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, there is no way in hell like you are putting me through foreplay and I'm not coming in. I'm not putting it inside. Like,
are you kidding me? Yeah, no. I had a girl literally try that before me in the middle of eating the box, and I literally looked at her, didn't say anything, kept going, and then like 10 minutes later, she's like, "Okay, put it in." And I was like, "Yes, I'm fine." Like,
bro. And I think, mostly speaking for me and you, Brandon, because I feel like me and you just are similarities,
right?
And shit. You do it good enough, she's just gonna give it up anyway.
Yep.
So it's just like if you're already giving me that much availability,
Yes,
then
like
I already own it because I know what I'm capable of, and I know that I can get there. And now
like
that you've given me this lane, bro.
yes. The only exceptions I could think of is if something outside of your control happens and turns her
Yes,
off and from the moment or something. Like
yes.
that's the only thing I could think of. Well, other than that, if you're giving me that much availability to put my mouth on your box, bitch, I'm sorry. After like at least 10, 15, because I'll eat the box for a minute. I've done it. Like after about 15, 20 minutes, there's no way you're gonna sit there and be like, nah, I don't need the penis. No, you're gonna what?
Exactly.
I'm not gonna lie to
My
you.
foreplay is gonna get you there.
In certain circumstances, it's gonna be dependent on whether I want to put it in. Because
To be
I'm gonna
honest.
keep it a book. I'm gonna keep it a whole buck. There are some times where it's like I'm eating a box purely for my entertainment. I no
See,
longer
I
care.
thought I was the only one. I thought I was the only one.
Hold on. No, hold on. I'm not gonna lie. I'm selfish. Look. I do eat the box for her pleasure, but that's like 10%. It's like 10% her pleasure for me.
It's a moment. It's a like in the beginning, like when I start, I'm like, damn, I got to do this shit. Like let me do this or whatever.
Excited.
But
Excited.
then it depends. It depends because sometimes I do be excited, but there is a moment in the midst of it. I guess like when I got like a little rhythm going, it's like, yeah, nah, I ain't gonna stop. Even if she's like, like moaning shit, and she's like, oh, stop, whatever. Nah, nigga, no. I'm having fun.
There's too many tools that a nigga has at his disposal, especially if it's like we've either had the conversations or at least had some experiences here and there to where I know what you really I'm just being real. No. You have to like. I'm not going to say that there aren't. I'm sure there's some women out there, like a small handful, that have that willpower. But it's not majority at all. It's definitely not majority. You're not letting me do that to the box, and then I'm not getting it. It's mine.
And I feel as though if you did let somebody get there, and let's say like you aside from like willpower, I feel like he was just bad.
Agreed. Yes. Okay. Yeah. That would be the only other thing I could think of as well. If he's just bad at it, you're just like, I think you turning me off. Because I've definitely had some girls give me a head. The amount of teeth I can feel sometimes have made me be like, you know what? I'm good right now.
I have
chilling.
one. She was a sneaky link, and yeah, that I couldn't do it.
Dude, yeah, I've done that before where I've driven over to a girl's place, and after a bit of foreplay, I was already like, nah, I'm good, I'm go. Like, and they were just like, you sure? Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm gonna leave. I feel like you about to cheese grate my dick, bitch. What's wrong with you? Oh my god. Oh, man. I'm in so much pain. My dick be screaming at me like, bro, what did you do to me? I was like, I don't know. I'm sorry.
Bro,
Do that.
But yeah, no. There was something she said where she was like, "Oh, if a guy touches me sexually," she said something.
She was asked to like him or something.
Don't give up the pussy.
Less
if you
is
like
more.
a nigga and you want that,
No, go back a little more. It was a little.
I'm letting someone touch me sexually. I like them. You get it?
When
It's
you
like I
said
already
that,
like
but you
them.
said he got to eat your pussy at least 5 times.
That was the game to the girl.
I don't know about that phrase. If someone touches me sexually, or if I let somebody touch me sexually, that means I like them. Maybe it's just because I didn't get like the whole context, but it sounded like if you literally walk up to her and you just touch this girl anywhere, like that's just it.
Oh, I get what you mean. Yeah. It definitely did sound like that for a second. Now that you say that,
maybe it's just my perception. I'll leave it alone.
No, you good.
Saying don't give it up. You know,
Don't
like
give up
don't
the
give
wrong
up
game.
the pussy.
Those that then gave you some cars and a little bit of money, but did the man pass you off a business? That's where you win.
Nah, but I learned
That's
how
where
to
you
be a
win.
business
Get the
woman
business.
from being around these
learning
people.
it. Get it passed to you.
Oh my god!
It's not what you know, it's who you know, right, Adam?
Pause.
All right,
Pause. I hate that so much. I learned how to do this by being around these people who do it. That's not how knowledge or experience Works.
That's not even how the business works. You learn how to tell somebody what to do. You didn't actually learn how to run a fucking business.
There's such a big difference between running your own fucking business and watching someone do it and understanding the processes in it. You stupid bitch. Oh my God.
Who you know. Get that shit passed the fuck off on you. If your game is strong, less is more.
It's true.
Getting your pussy 5 times, you don't know where the fuck that man's mouth been.
What?
Come on, you put a body condom on?
You saying like...
You put a body condom on?
You saying like... You saying like...
Come on, you ain't do that.
What you saying make no sense. I'm saying if a woman want to catch a man, like if I like this guy...
You was talking about getting your pussy 5 times from a man.
Before you fuck a nigga, let him eat your pussy a couple times.
You ain't doing that.
What you mean?
That's a lot of pussy.
Doing all that. You telling me right now,
that's stupid.
An NFL player.
I was just about to say that actually.
You
I was gonna say you're not having...
Before I get to the box, or before I put it in, I have to eat you out on 5 different occasions, not 5 different times in one setting. 5 different occasions.
Nigga, even if either one, I'm not doing that.
That's stupid.
Either one, I'm not doing that.
That's like asking a girl to blow you 5 different times, and then we'll
before you shit her against the dick.
Yeah.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you straight up, if a chick on 2 separate occasions, if I eat your box once and I don't get it, maybe you're having a bad day, maybe there's your period, maybe something was going on down there that I don't understand. Fine. You do it a second time, you're not getting a third, bitch. What are you talking about?
That's fair.
Yeah, I refuse. Yeah. There is no way. I've never been put in that situation to where I had to eat the box and I did not put it in.
I fingered a girl once and she said no. But like that's fingering to me.
That's different though, yeah.
But if I ate the box, I already know for a fact it would have been mine. She was already on the verge of like getting pretty close, anyways. But she literally begged me. She was like, "Please don't do that." And I was like, "Okay," because I get it. Like if I do it, I'm gonna get it. So it's like, what are you talking about? A nigga is not about to go out of his way to. Oh, sure, you want me to eat it 5 times? No, yeah, no, bitch. What? No,
because I think especially when you put some other factors into play, we got to remember as niggas, we don't feel what they feel, but a female orgasm is what 10 times stronger than a guy's.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
You mean to tell me that if I'm getting you off tongue alone, we have not made intercourse yet,
right?
You mean to tell me you wouldn't want more? Like, and we as human beings, as soon as we get put to that age, we're already like, one more.
Yes, like, bro. Especially the amount. Oh God, no. Go ahead, DK. I feel like you're already about to say what I'm about to say, anyways.
I don't know. So keep your point. I was gonna say, especially girls. Girls are able to have multiple orgasms. Yes, us guys can too. But not to the same degree that a woman can.
Not at all.
And so they can keep going and going and going, and they can have as much as they fucking want. We don't really do that. So they can like get to that point and be like, nah, you gonna give me something else. Like I need
exactly. I get exactly what you mean. Like I've literally, I mean, I'm sure we've all had the experience before where like at least once. Where you're screwing a girl, she actually comes way sooner before you, and you're just still pumping through while she's just orgasming, and you're just like, all right, well, I already won.
If anything, I went harder after. I was like, I'm that.
Oh,
nigga.
When you see her, it's like, oh yeah, bro.
I think that's the one like undisputed rule of like being my girlfriend and like having sex with me.
No, that's the one undisputed rule of niggadom. If you see your girl, if you smashing a girl and she's clearly getting close, you maybe even feel it tighten it up on it, nigga. It's time to beat it harder. What you talking about, nigga?
As soon as I see her start doing that shaking shit where like she can't really like stand up straight. Brandon, I'm attacking. I promise you.
Nigga. Every time I ever go with a girl and the legs start doing that little shaky thing, literally, I start thinking to myself, I'm about to knock these Jenga towers down, bitch. Stop playing. What? Nigga, don't get me started, DK. You already know I'll be a hoe when it comes to these conversations. Don't play with me, nigga. You know Brandon's talking about pussy. We can talk about this.
You know I will go back and forth with you too. So you right. We can't put all that on this one fucking thing.
Chill before Oliver starts going. Oh God, nigga.
Okay, that's good as fuck. I have to.
We apologize, Oliver.
Oh yeah,
I have to go. Yeah, I'm gonna make food. I gotta shower, and then I gotta go to sleep. But I really appreciated being on with you guys and talking to you guys all day today because this was something new. I like this.
I needed this. This is nice.
This
y'all let me know if y'all down for tomorrow or anything.
Nigga, I don't work tomorrow. I'm down.
For sure. For sure tomorrow.
So whenever I get off of work, I'm text y'all and we can hit it up again.
Do that.
All right, I'll see y'all boys later. And y'all have a good night.
You too, buddy.
And that was another episode. Yeah, that's another episode in the books because I think we've got a whole good, solid amount of content right there. And then tomorrow we can pump out another episode. Thank you for listening. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, pretty much Google Podcasts, anywhere you can listen to a podcast. Also, we're on YouTube. If you're watching the YouTube version of this, it is the Young Picasso Podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know the next time we upload. And thanks for watching. Brandon, do you have anything to plug?
Just two things real quick. Follow my Instagram, Marshall_moves. And second, watch the video that I'm in. It's called Baila Kumi. Okay, if you're not spelled Baila in Spanish, it's that. And then Kumi, Baila Kumi. By, I don't know how to say his name, Cyrus or some shit like that. I was in a dance video. Please watch. Run his numbers up.